Welcome to Quantum MMA. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a lot. And Dana just announced a bunch of few fights, by the way, starting with UFC 317 and UFC 318. And Ilia Topuria is back. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. I said this would happen. Yeah, it was funny, as one might say. UFC 317 is really looking like a decent card so far, like with Ilia Topuria, Pantoja Kaikara France, and Costa versus Kopilov. Mate, finally Costa makes his return. I hope at least he loses this one pretty quickly and he moves out of the division, is what I'm gonna say. Dariush versus Moicano, Royval versus Cap, Hermanson versus Rodriguez. All these things are there. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I thought I'll share my predictions one by one, and yeah, that's how it is. The other fights are in the other bookmarks. I'll sort of scroll through them in a few minutes, I must say. But so far, I think Hermanson versus Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez can win this one. Hermanson can easily get slept. Probably in the second round, I think Rodriguez finishes him. Is like my early prediction, but I could change it. Who knows? Yeah, that is the Royval versus Cap. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a weird feeling that Cape might try to, sting him, stung him, like whatever you guys can call it. But I feel like Royval is going to eventually win this one. I think Royval is a bit better than we all think he is. He's a good fighter. In fact, he's a great fighter, and I know Manel Cap is coming from a win and Royval has been out of action for some time, but I still feel like Royval can pull this one off. Obviously, it is Dariush versus Moicano, and come on, mate. My early predictions were is the right word to use, but I initially picked Moicano, by the way. Even now, I think Moicano can win this one. I think the fight is not going to go on the ground as how many people think. I think mostly it's going to be on the feet, and I have a weird feeling that Moicano can actually finish Dariush. That is the only way he could make a statement in the lightweight division. If Moicano is going to go out there, and if he's going to go and start acting, oh my God, I'm not the guy, I'm not that, if he's going to sort of make this as a boring ass fight, I don't think so. Like the UFC would be even interested in him. That's pretty much it. I think Moicano needs to make a statement if he wants to make Paddy versus Moicano happening reality. That is there. Costa versus Kopilov. I think I'm gonna go with Roman Kopilov. And I don't know, mate. I don't know how to say this is a three-rounder. Could see Paulo Costa doing something, but at this point, on a skid that he is in right now, consecutive losses back to back, and I think Roman Kopilov, sort of gets this one. Pantoja versus Kaikara France. Pantoja could win this one. What I mean to say is Kaikara could win because all these Aussie, New Zealand guys, all the Oceania guys, one thing they are proving consistently is that their takedown defense is really good. Like that, their takedown defense is really good. They've got heat in their hands, all the other things as well. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. I feel like Pantoja is still good. I think Pantoja might eventually make him, get him. How do I say? Succumb to his takedown prowess or something, like with his grappling skills, not merely takedown. And I think he's going to eventually catch him, like in the second or third, sting him, and probably like take him down, submit him, or probably a rear naked choke, something like that. Yeah. Then before talking about like Ilia Topuria versus Salt Oliveira, let's move on. Look at this. Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev is the fight they got announced for Chicago, Illinois, UFC 319. And hopefully Khamzat doesn't pull out from this one. Is it me or is it just like there is a very high possibility that Khamzat could pull out of this matchup? Because every time when Hamzat was faced with an immediate top contender or like a championship levels. This is the first championship match, but you guys get what I meant to say, right? He was consistently pulling out of fights in the past, as one might say, and I think I don't know, mate. I don't know. I feel like Dricus Du Plessis could get this one done. Imagine Dricus Du Plessis versus Hamzat, and if this was in the Middle East, I would have given the edge for Hamzat, and this is going to be in Chicago, Illinois. and America, and Dricus Du Plessis is going to trash talk his way. And I already I can't wait for the press conference. I think Khamzat is going to be like really angry. He is going with all his power, with all his might. I think he's going to try and take Dricus down in the first round, try to submit him. It just Khamzat has got the first probably like another 3 minutes in the second round, as one might say. And if that doesn't work out for Hamzat, DDP is a big guy. His physicality, his mere physicality, and his heavy way, like heavy, like a punching style or whatever his style is. He pushes guys with his head as well. Sometimes he dodges, like guys take down defense with the head. If you guys know what I mean, and him trying to roll over, make this as a dog fight with his weird ass cranky style. I'm just saying, man, DDP has a really big chance than what people give him, by the way. And I don't know. I just don't know how else I see this matchup going on. Because look at this, Hamzat, he faced Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker was actually there in the fight, and Hamzat said like when he elbowed him in the chin, it was exactly on the teeth. That's like one in a 100, 300, 700 chance, I must say. I don't know. Maybe like Robert Whittaker gave up pretty early and pretty quickly, I must say. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Like this is his first test. His first test was against Robert Whittaker, I get it, but still, Dricus Du Plessis is the guy at middleweight. Let's see how this one goes. So for the early pick, I could go with DDP. I could change, but let's see. Yeah, how does it go? I'm picking DDP because it's in the US, and I'm 200% sure he's going to like trash talk Hamzat as much as he can. And there is another massive possibility of Hamzat pulling out. And then all said and done, Hamzat has got the cardio issues. Imagine the first round. And what if, and Dricus Du Plessis is not someone who's going to get submitted. If I'm not wrong, I think Dricus could even, in fact, yep. I think Dricus could, like probably. I don't. I feel like Dricus might not even accept position in the first round. Like people say, that's pretty much it. And after that, I think Dricus could eventually, like reverse position, act in a weird as cranky way, make Hamzat fight the dog fight that it is. I think Hamzat needs to finish Dricus because in the third, fourth, and fifth round, I think Dricus is a problem, regardless of what you guys say. Guys got good cardio. He would genuinely run through Hamzat if Hamzat is tired, or if you guys know what I mean. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next announcement that Dana made, or the assumption of the next announcement, which is Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. I think this could be at UFC Perth, if I'm not wrong, which is on September, something like that, or if not at October in the Middle East. Oh my God, yeah, UFC needs a title matchup in the Middle East as well. We could see what's his name, Magomed Ankle versus Alex Pereira. If not, we could see this getting made pretty early around September time at UFC Perth. I don't know, mate. I still feel like Jack Della needs some few weeks extra. Like I would probably suggest Jack Della to take the fight at UFC Middle East, but I don't know. Like it's just very weird. So I'm gonna say like Jack should take it at UFC Perth, and I feel like Jack could win this one. Imagine stuffing all the takedowns, and moreover, the big thing about Jack Della Maddalena is he's got some massive weight. He's a big guy. I know he looks small, his frame is all small and other things put together, but still, like Jack Della Maddalena is a massive guy for in terms of weight. I mean to say, I think he cuts a lot of weight. Even Islam is heavy. I think this is going to be pretty even matchup, and I think Islam is going to focus mostly on the trips, if I'm not wrong. But I don't know, mate. I could just see the fight going in favor of Jack because his boxing is clean, crisp, and he doesn't accept position. Even in the fourth and the fifth round, he didn't want to accept positions, as one might say. He was just getting up. Like, I don't know, Craig Jones is there, and I don't know, it's a brotherhood thing. Jack wants to get it for Volk, and obviously, they both are going to train, and Volk has been there with Islam multiple times, and I don't know. I think. Jack could get this one done. Who knows? Maybe Islam could sort of trip him multiple times, judo throws, and hold him, probably submit him. I could see that also happening. Just not saying no, but as of right now, when Jack Della Maddalena stock is really high, I think I'm gonna pick JDM right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next announcement and the last announcement of tonight, which is, I mean, like one of the most important announcements of tonight: Oliveira versus Tupuria. I don't know. Like I'm actually split. Like I have a difference of opinion with this one, and I feel like the fight could go either ways. Both the guys are really talented. Charles Oliveira, I think he's rested. I think he's. I don't know, mate. I feel like he's still, like Oliveira's got a solid chance. I know he's 36. A lot of people are saying what happened to Ryan Hall when Ilia Topuria faced him. I could see this matchup going how do I say, like Ilia Topuria stunning or sort of stinging Oliveira, and eventually Oliveira goes on his back, waits for Ilia to come, to try and grapple with him. I don't think so, like Ilia Topuria. Grappling with Ryan Hall is one thing, and trying to grapple with a guy like Charles Oliveira is another thing. Come on. This is Ilia Topuria's first, probably the biggest test at lightweight, and it's for the belt as well. And Oliveira has got heat in his hands, regardless of what you guys say. Oliver has got heat in his hands. He's a big guy. I don't know. I'm guaranteeing you guys, he's somewhere north of 193, 194 pounds. And there were rumors of him even being 200 pounds. I don't know how much of is it true, but I feel like, Charles Oliveira is a real problem for Ilia Tupuria stylistically, because Charles Oliveira always goes forward, and Ilia Tupuria style only, Ilia Tupuria style works only when Ilia Tupuria is forward. In his back foot, I don't think so. Like Tupuria has got like much for Oliveira or for anyone for that matter. He can try to catch guys, but I don't know. Ilia Tupuria sort of fights with. How do I say, Ilia Tupuria fights or he generates his power from his feet, from the leg, from the earth. I know, I'm just blubbering now, but still, yeah. He generates his power from the earth, his feet, his knees, his hip, and that's how he generates most of his power. And imagine Charles Oliveira coming there, oblique kicking him, and probably, trying to trip him, because even against Chandler, he did the same. Chandler and Ilia Topuria are like of some sort of, like similar, uh, physical features, I must say. Not in terms of style, but in terms of height or probably, let's say, even weight. Chandler is a big guy, like as a heavy guy. And imagine the size, and this is like literally Oliver returning to sort of another training camp for a guy with similar structure, body structure. But Ilia Topuria is good. He's got head movements. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. I just don't know. This is going to be like a really good matchup. I could see all like Ilia Topuria winning this one. I feel like, like Ilia Topuria could catch him. But the problem is, will he go down to the ground to follow him? This could be like Justin Gagey versus Oliveira as well. Who knows? If anybody in the first round, I think against Ilia Topuria, they've got a chance. In the first round, I think Ilia Topuria sort of sets himself in pace. I think he can set himself, like he tries to, how do we say, he tries to read, he tries to get his rhythm. He's going to talk a lot of shit. Ilia Tupuria, I think that might also like annoy Oliveira, but I don't know, mate. Like if Oliveira clearly knows this is his last chance, and Oliveira can get this one done. So far, for the pretty early look, I think I'm gonna go with Charles Oliveira. But one amazing thing about this fight is this doesn't go the distance. I'm pretty sure about it. I know it's going to be a banger of a matchup. I think probably in the first or second round it could get over. I don't know, mate. I just feel like Ilia Tupuria's plan against Oliveira might be like survive the first or second round by avoiding any submissions, and in the third round, Tupuria could finish him. Probably, if you guys haven't noticed, please go and watch the prediction that I made for Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler too. I picked the Chandler to win that one. I think, Ilia Tupuria might be doing what I thought Chandler would do. I think Ilia Tupuria might, like a stiff flatline KO Oliveira as well. I don't mind that one. But just, Charles Oliveira with his guard held up in such a mutant's stance, and him coming forward, oblique kicking him, and Ilia Topuria trying to, the more he focuses on, dodging and bobbing and weaving those punches, I think that's where Charles Oliveira might try to get a takedown, trip him, and after that, what happens is the real tricky situation over here. And if if Topuria loses this one, I think people are going to just shit on him that he was never good. It was old on a short notice fight, and it was Max Holloway like who was returning from lightweight. I don't know how this one goes, but so far I feel like Oliveira. I think it's a 50-50 matchup. I'm being very honest. I think it's a 50-50 matchup. I think Oliveira could 100% win this, but still, yeah, pretty early. And yeah, let's see how this one goes. Thanks for watching the video. In case if you guys have made it so far, and please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And welcome to Quantum MMA again.